it's me, Dan. Okay, hey guys, love, it's me, Danica DIY, and today I'm going to start. My hair is on fleek. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about some of my scariest moments in my life. Okay, so basically, I'm only going to be talking about like one or two stories, maybe one or two. Probably only one because this one is really creepy and I have to end this video because I have to go to bed soon. So let's start out. And it's 9:04 and I have to get up at 6:30 like every day. So anyway, let's just get on with the video. Okay, so basically, one night, my mom doesn't really live around here. She lives about 3 hours from here. She lives all the way up in Jefferson, which is by Oneonta, but it's like half a mile from there. So she lives really close to there, and I have 4 siblings. I have a 22-year-old brother. I have a 13-year-old sister who's living right up there. I have she just turned 9 today actually. So happy birthday, Lindsay, I love you. And I have a 9-year-old sister, and then I have a 10-year-old brother. Yeah, so I'm literally the middle kid. So, anyway, so basically, what am I saying? Alright, so I forgot what I was talking about. Okay. So basically, what happened was one night I was sleeping. I was gonna go to bed with cause me and my little sister like share a room and we're on bunk beds. So one night we were sleeping in our bunk beds, and I'm on the top because I used to be on the bottom, which is a master, like a queen bed. So it's like a big bed. And then on the top of that one, it's a queen, or what am I saying? It's a twin. She used to have the top because she's small, and I used to be on the bottom because I'm older and bigger, so. But one night I got the stomach bug and I threw up all over the bed. And ever since then I've had like that weird feeling in my stomach, so I can't really sleep on the bed anymore, so, basically I'm on the top end. Anyway, that just really matter, but, so basically, I was sleeping in bed and she came up and she woke me up by like literally, like she was just, I don't remember what she did. I think she was just like poking me. She was like this, and then she was just staring at me, poking me constantly, and like she wasn't even talking. She was just like, and it was really creeping me out. And I was like, what? And she's like, I don't feel good. And I was like, okay, well, go tell the parents. Don't go to me. And because obviously I can't do anything about it. And I was like, okay, then go tell the parents. And so she went and told the parents, and the parents told her to go get some water and try to fall back asleep, because that's what parents do. Obviously, they don't really care. So she got some water, and she didn't come back in a while. And I went out to go check on her, and she was sitting on the couch, like literally like up straight, just standing there like with her arms like, and her arms were like this, and she was like staring at the TV. And the TV wasn't even on. So she was there just staring at the TV for no apparent reason whatsoever. And So I was like, Lindsay, come on, let's go back to bed. And so she said, oh, what? Why am I out here? Like I kind of like shook her a little bit, and I was like, ow, why am I out here? And I was like, what are you talking about? You came out here because you weren't feeling good to get a glass of water. And then she was like, well, I feel fine. I was like, what, you woke me up, poking me, just staring at me, and you said you didn't feel good, and I told you to go tell the parents, and then yeah, and then she was like, really? Oh, like I was like, yeah, and she's like, I must have been like half asleep because I don't remember that. And I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just go back to bed. So we go back to bed, and she's not following me right behind me, and I'm thinking she's probably just like still trying to get up. She's still like a little woof because she's so tired, right? So we go back inside, and or what am I talking? We go back in our room, and I don't know why, but I just dis what am I saying? So I went up on the top bunk, right? Because she sleeps on the bottom, and I looked over to see if she was coming, and I heard her walking down the hallway like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, what? Why is she walking so slowly? I was like, okay, well, this is getting like kind of really, really creepy. And someone actually died in my house, at my mom's house. Someone died there, so that made it a little bit more creepy. So she's walking down the hallway really, really slowly, and it was creeping me out. And I was like, okay, well, let me just like look over and peek over my bed and see what's going on. So I peek, and she couldn't see me, and she stood there at the door. Like literally, she just stood there staring. And then she saw me looking at her. I was like, and like I started shaking. I was like, Lindsay, what are you doing in here? Go back to bed. And like my hand was shaking, like, ugh. And she was like literally, she was just staring. She was like, and then I thought she was just kind of like sleepwalking, so I didn't think much of it. Um, and then she was like, "Can you sleep on the bottom with me?" She was just staring. She was like, "Can you sleep on the bottom with me?" I was like, "Do I have to?" And she's like, "Please, please, please." I was like, "Sure." And so I went down there to sleep with her, and so I wake up, and it was like I checked my phone. It was like 3 o'clock, pretty much. It was like 2:30, and I see she's gone in the bed, and I look, and she's standing in the doorway again. And I was like I was starting to get so creeped out. Like I was dying, and all of a sudden I was like, Lindsay, what are you doing? And then she was like, I'm like, Lindsay, get to bed now. And I started getting angry because, like, I was so scared and I didn't know what to do. So, like, Lindsay, get in bed now. I'm not kidding anymore, or I'm going to tell mom. And, like, because I was doing that to kind of, like, snap her out of it. So, she was like, and I was like, okay, fine, stand there. I don't care. I'm going back to sleep. I'm tired. And then all of a sudden, I close my eyes and I wake up, and she took a step forward. And I was like, are you gonna stay there? Are you gonna sleep on the floor? Are you gonna stand up? Like, what are you gonna do? I was like, oh. So I closed my eyes and I open them again, and she keeps every time I open and close my eyes, she's taking a step closer and closer, and eventually I keep doing that until she's touching the bed. So like I'm laying here, there's a pole here. It's like the bed's up here, the big bed's over here. There's like a pole here and a pole here, and then the ladder's right here. And there's giant space right here. She was standing right there, touching this thing that holds up the bed under it. So the bed's on top, and you guys get it. She was touching that, and I was like, so I wondered what would happen if I close my eyes again. And I close my eyes, and I wake up, and she's turned around, And I was like, Lindsay, what are you doing? And then um, I was like, Lindsay, what are you doing? Why are you turning around? Get to bed now. And so what she did was all of a sudden she started sprinting as fast as she could down the hallway, and then she turned because that's how our hallway is, and then she ran into the living room and sat back down on the couch doing this thing again. And I was like, oh my god, whatever. And she walked back, and then she walked back down the hallway again, and then she looked at me. She was just staring at me, and again, she was sleepwalking. I thought she was sleepwalking, so I didn't think much of it. All of a sudden, she rolled her eyes, rolled back in her head, so like they were like that, and they rolled back in her head. She fell backwards, and I was like, oh my god. And I went out to go see if she was okay, and I woke up my parents, and I told them everything that happened. And she was like, oh my god, really? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, you're probably just dreaming. I was like, well, can you please like have her in there and like just leave her in there, and then so I can finally go to sleep. And they were like, yeah, yeah. So what I did was I went in my brother's room, and I woke him up, and then we watched the Minion movie because like that's what I do when I'm scared. So like I'll watch like Dora or something just so I can like not get the heebie-jeebies. And so we were watching that movie, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and my brother was he gets up like really early in the morning. So, and I went in my room and I checked on Lindsay, and she was in her bed sleeping. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go watch TV because it's like 7:30 in the morning. So I'm just gonna go watch TV with my little brother. And we went out there and we were watching TV on the couch, and it was still like a little dark out. Like this one was just coming up. So, and then she walks out here, and I was like, oh my god, Lindsay. She's like, I was like, so do you remember anything that happened last night? And she was like, no. And then I don't remember what happened from there. It was kind of just like a blackout from there. So that's gonna be it for today's video. And actually, that was really long, and that's pretty much why I didn't tell two stories, because it's already been 12 minutes and 32 seconds. So make sure to leave a like on this video and leave a comment below if you've had any experience like creepy ones, and write the story about it in the comments. And make sure to hit that like button and turn on that notification bell so that you will get notified every single time I post a brand new video. And I love you guys all so much. Bye guys. I feel like I'm doing Musical.ly.